Alright, we're going to do a solid upload instead of going live. So, remnants, good morning everybody. Good morning everybody. Remnants left over from the party. 100-year anniversary. So, this is actually, behind this is the, I'll take you outside so you can see it. That's technically the front entry. And the porte cochere would be, of course, where you would leave by. So I'll give you, there's the elevator. That's one. There's one of two, of course. But this one is perfect because it's very period for the space. So years ago, this used to be burgundy, like a reddish burgundy carpet. Then went here and here, up through here, and originally ran through the stair or the hallways upstairs, and that was removed and the floors were restored. This was redone again, but with a darker stain, so they were like a lighter oak. But this was always dark. Everything here was always dark. And this is coat closet in here. Used to be cedar in this. And this bathroom is original. Original toilet, everything. Tile, everything's original. And we just got, there's a lot of like closets, you know, everywhere. But in actuality, there isn't a whole lot of storage in this house, believe it or not. They're like little small things, but let me help if I unlock the door. I'll take you outside. So, here's the porte cochere. That's the carriage house right there. So that's already been redone. So the roof on that broke. There's a big tree. I'll show you. There's a big tree there that fell during the hurricanes and crushed the roof, the spine of the roof. So that's already been redone. New copper, everything's going to be new copper gutters. But it's just absolutely charming. That wasn't built original to the house. That was built a little bit later. So the house was built in the mid to late 1920s. Well, 1926. It's coming up, well, 1925. And 100-year anniversary. But, so this is a porte cochere. That's the drive to come up to the house. So you come up, you would have come up there, circled here, and around, and come here. So your chauffeur would get out here, walk around, and let you out on the other side. So you could get up or come out from the house. I'm giving you a tour of the house. Come on. It's not live. We're taping this one. So, these are the grounds here. Now, it's okay, so that's technically the front entrance right there. And those screen doors are new and everything, but that was the entry into the main house. We never really used it. Years ago it was, but and I'll give you a peek up. Here's the rooftop patio. We added the extra railing up there. There used to be a metal awning that went there. Oh, so actually, let me take you down here. So all the roses used to be, there's still some, there's still a lot of roses. You can see the gardens down here. So a lot of the trees, there used to be a ton of trees here. You can see where one was broke off there, but there was a ton of trees. You couldn't see anything here. You couldn't see any houses anywhere. And, oh, that's some of the slate that was brought in from Europe for the roof. So all this is original, because the railings are not. But all this is original. What is this? Oh, well, leaving junk out there. Alright. So these have all been updated. But all this here is original. This is huge. This is huge now. So all of this here was roses, and there's a couple of rhododendrons here, but all of this was completely covered in roses. And Gwendolyn's added a lot of new roses through here. Everywhere you see there's new roses, but this was literally covered in roses. I used to come tend these roses all the time. All the time. It was a lot of fun. And no, we didn't have any knockout roses. So all the roses that we had were ornamental, floribunda, antique roses, things like that. Some of them that were planted in the 1920s as well. And these trees were never original, so they were added. But now this is original. That's been here for a long time. Well, not like super long, but I mean it's you know, long enough. Good 50, 60 years at least. So I take you down this way. So this used to be covered in trees. You couldn't see anything here at all. And here's the grotto. And at one time that used to work. So you could get water for the gardening and stuff like that. And this pot used to sit here, actually. And yeah, so this is all going to be restored, completely restored. New water lines to it and everything like that. But yeah, see the trees, everything. All these were ripped apart during the hurricane. See everything there. So you can see this house. You couldn't see that house before. Oh, there's the other grotto. You see that? Yeah. There's the other little grotto. See? Isn't that cool? And a little statue. Yeah, so there's a couple of these sitting around here. Yeah. Man, that hurricane really messed up some stuff. But, so that's the little walkway. I'd go down to get the mail. So it's right there. And you can see this. So they put these here to support the tree. Because this has been here a long time. Very long time. Yeah. Mama Johnny always tell me, well, don't slip going down there because it's slippery. She says, I'm not coming to pick you up. You're just going to have to lay there until somebody comes and gets you. Oh, she's a piece of work. God, I miss her. Well. Alright. Here's the back of the garden. So this used to be fruit trees back here. I used to go pick the fruit for apples, make pies, and all this was fruit trees. So it was apple and several different kinds of apple and some other stuff that was here. Here's the pond that used to be here. A little pond, which is really cool. And this was called the summer house. That's getting a new roof. So here she is. So a lot of that new slate's on there now. And it's kind of hard to see, but there's a design pattern. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. See the subtlety in the design where it raises up a little bit? So when you look far away, there's a whole pattern in it. And it's actually the same same design that's at the Biltmore house, which when Mommy Joni was young, she used to hang out with Bill, William, Cecil, and his brother at the Biltmore house, and they used to come hang out here. So, and I knew Bill, you know, when he was much later in life, of course. So you couldn't, all this, see, that's all got to be repaired. You couldn't see any of these houses here, but, oh, and that goes on the top of the, that's going to be redone. That's copper. That's going to go on top of the roof. So that's the carriage house, the main house. And again, this was Mama Joni's parents' summer house. I never could go over here. There was always a hornet's nest, and there still is a wasp nest over here. Yeah, I always wanted to do an orangery here, like Victorian orangery here. You know, the wrought iron one. I always thought it would be so pretty. And all here, we used to have plants, or like beds of flowers and stuff all through here. And we used to have roses and everything all around here, and tulips and everything. And this hadn't worked probably since the 70s, at least. And so all this is going to be completely restored as well. So it'll be working, fountain be working, new plumbing, new electric, all that stuff. You can see them up there working. Well, not right now, but. And actually the main roofer guy was here. I'm going to do a promo on his business. He flew in from Texas to do this, and it's they're doing an incredible job. They really are. And then there was also, so this will get redone, but there used to be grapevines. That was all on here. And there was grapes back there in the back, and all this whole strip right here was flowers. And then where the AC units are now, there was never originally AC units. All this area here, all the way down, there was hedging here, if I remember. And then we had a garden here, so we grew tomatoes and peppers and like all kinds of stuff through there. Did you see the other grotto? Come here.
I've seen the one. But...
Well, I'll show you in just a minute. We'll finish this one and I'll take you down there. There's a couple of them. There's the pond and everything. So these are new. But I was always worried every time I came under here, I would always hit my head. So there used to be like a kind of wall that was here in this area here, and this used to be the kennel right here. And you couldn't see anything there. It was like all trees, all solid. But yeah, this was a dog run, and an area for the dogs to play. And then that's the carriage house. I always loved this carriage house. But it was never, at the time, it was never in any condition to live in, but it was always full of junk and stuff upstairs. But originally there was a couple that lived here, and there was 2 housekeepers that lived inside the house. As a matter of fact, that bedroom and then the next bedroom over, there was 2 small bedrooms, and then that's a bathroom. So 2 housekeepers and then a couple that lived here. And he worked as butler and a driver as well. And then she was the cook and did a little bit of cleaning, not too much. The other housekeepers did. But there's back here. And I always wanted to put a swimming pool here. But there's like a big tank under the ground which should be pulled out. At some point it will be probably. But yeah, this is Stratford Towers. A lot of wonderful fond memories. A lot of fond memories here. Big old tree, that's been here forever. And then, okay, I'll take you up there. So you can see this is all attic. It's all huge space. And right there on the top, you can go up to the roof. There's another doorway that takes you up to the roof up there. And I used to actually, there was a big satellite dish up there. I used to go up there to lay out a suntan. And like all these houses back here, you couldn't see anything. This is all like covered. And that's the main entry down there. I walk down and give you a side view. So they're putting new trees in and stuff. And I know there was a sinkhole around here that formed. They were going to have to fix. But they're on it. They're getting everything done. But yeah. There's the plaque. Oh, and there used to be trees here. There was a bunch of trees that came around here. All the way around this. It lined the thing. They're all gone. There's a big plaque on the side of the house with the date of the house and stuff. That's Stratford Towers. It's Mama Tony's house for like 50 plus years. Alright guys, have a good morning.